SleazyWorld go in here today. He in the building today. If y'all don't know what's going on with that boy Sleazy, he's dumb. He's stupid. He a felon posting guns on Instagram. And if you know you a felon, you ain't supposed to have no guns even near you, I don't think. You feel me? So, hey, he cooked his
Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EO
This
West.
is what you don't want to do. This is what you don't
I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be speaking on SleazyWorld Go being found guilty. And now officially on his way to federal prison after posting over 30 guns as a convicted felon. When it comes to felons posting guns, SleazyWorld Go would set the standard high, as his breakout song Sleazy Flow would feature 6 to 10 guns within the first 15 seconds. 62 million views later, you know damn well the Feds.
62 million views later. Peep game though. That's 4 years later, bruh. 4 years later, G. And they came and picked bruh up. Bruh, the Feds, they play a dirty game, son. They'll let you think you getting away with something, and then they'll come pick you up right when you think it's sweet and shake that ass on. Oh my. Look
2 million views later, you know damn well the Feds have seen it. But the Feds don't strike immediately. They let you post and post and post until Say Cheese posts how the ATF and Kansas City police found more than 30 publicly available social media posts spanning 2 years showing him holding firearms. Section 922G being the United States Code prohibiting felons from possessing firearms or ammunition. Memphis rapper Pooh Shiesty would even use the code in his song First Day Out after being released from the Feds, rapping, "Out on papers with a 922G sitting on my counter, out on papers with a fully ARP sitting on the counter."
That was smart.
Now,
that was smart. Clap it up for that guy. That was smart, Shiesty. I ain't gonna lie.
The documents would reveal the Feds started investigating SleazyWorld Go way back in June of 2022. This would be 1 month before Lil Baby jumped on the Sleazy Flow remix, pushing the video to 149 million views. And looking back at his videos from that year, it's easy to see why the Feds would be investigating. But records would show it was an anonymous tip to the ATF that set off a chain of reactions. Under federal pressure, SleazyWorld would have to swap Blicks for finger pistols in a last-minute attempt to clean up his image. But the Feds already saw enough. Now, before we go any further, did you say 5? You can even recap of SleazyWorld Go. We can see his motion to suppress evidence, which would begin with, after receiving a tip, the ATF began investigating him for illegal firearm possession. On October 19, 2022, the ATF followed a brown Jeep Grand Cherokee with a large Trackhawk logo on its side. Agents recognized the Jeep.
Keep in mind, the same car he had put in the videos too. You feel me? He got Blicks in it.
Belonging to him due to its excessively dark window tint and a large red decal on the sides of the Jeep. According to the various documents disclosed to the defense, this tipster has been described as both an anonymous tipster and a confidential informant. Starting around approximately 1:45 p.m., surveillance parked at Split Log Ave and observed Mr. Isaac leave the townhouse and get into the Jeep. Another individual retrieved an AK-47 style rifle from a different black Jeep parked in the same parking lot and get into the Jeep driven by Mr. Isaac. The surveillance team would follow them to another location where they observed Mr. Isaac, aka SleazyWorld Go, enter into the home and then return to the Jeep, which then returned to the Coy Street townhome. Surveillance again set up along Split Log Ave to observe Mr. Isaac's activities. At some point during the afternoon, surveillance claims to have seen Mr. Isaac walking around the Jeep holding what looked like a Glock with another.
Got him. Shot. Got him. Just that easily. He out of there. He done.
Item in his back pocket that appeared to be. They also claim to have seen Mr. Isaac open the passenger side of the Jeep and remove rifles, toss them back and forth in his hands, and then put them back in the passenger seat of the Jeep.
So you know you a felon, bruh. First of all, You started off wrong and hot already, gang. You posted yourself with guns and you know you a felon. Second of all, you openly in the public playing with guns? Why are you playing with guns, gang? Bro, your gun is supposed to be for protection. If you on defense, your gun is supposed to be for protection. You really don't even want people to know you got it on you. For real, you feel me? You put it where it's supposed to be put, you keep it there, and when it's time to use it, hey, get busy. But other than that, bro, you playing with guns, trying to flex, gang. Hey, he reminded me of them folks that I know, some people that I know now that just get on here playing with guns and flexing guns. Like, gang, we know you got a gun. I promise you, bro. I promise you that's not changing nobody's life either, gang. We all know you got a gun.
So at this point, it's almost like SleazyWorld Go is, what do they call it on Fortnite? Emoting, where you just hold the gun and flip it around and do a little dance and twist it. Like, he's got one block in his hand, another in his back pocket. For no absolute fucking reason. During this time period, Mr. Isaac's friends began arriving, some also armed with firearms. ATF then requested assistance from KCPD.
Everybody in that video got a gun.
To retrieve the firearms from the Jeep and detain Mr. Isaac. At approximately 6 p.m., KCKPD arrived at the Coy Street townhouse, and Mr. Isaac and his friends went into the townhouse as the officers arrived. Mr. Isaac attempted to talk to the police officers through the screen door of the townhouse. In his report, the officer claimed to see in the Jeep at least 2 rifle-style firearms sitting on the passenger seat. One appeared to have a brown front handguard, and the other looked to have a light-colored pistol grip. Approximately 1/2 hour after KCKPD arrived at the Coy Street townhouse, an ATF agent arrived at the parking lot and told the police that he had consulted with the AUSA in the Western District of Missouri, who determined probable cause existed to search the Jeep. That agent then asked Mr. Isaac to unlock the Jeep, and he refused. The ATF agent then broke the Jeep's driver's side window to open the car and recovered a Glock pistol that was equipped with a machine gun switch. 2 micro Draco.
So, you got a switch just sitting on the seat too. They open the car though and instantly see a switch. Glock with a switch on it. You're done, bro. You done. It's over with.
Pistols and a Citizen's Armory AK type rifle that was later determined to be inoperable, meaning it didn't work. Mr. Isaac was not arrested on that day. The government applied for several search warrants to obtain the DNA of SleazyWorld Go regarding the events that took place. On August 23, 2023, he was charged by indictment with 1 count of possession of a machine gun for the Glock and 1 count of being a felon in possession of a firearm for the Glock and 2 micro Draco pistols. Now this operation would be titled Operation Sleazyland, and social media posts from known SleazyWorld, Brotherland Gang, Sleazyland groups indicated that a possible associate of the group had been killed in a shooting the same day or day prior, which they believe was the reason for all of them being armed. And due to the presence of firearms and possession of a known convicted felon, the group's reputation for possessing narcotics and involvement in gun violence, it was determined that immediate action had to be taken. That and investigators knew that Joseph Isaac, aka SleazyWorld Go, was federally prohibited from possessing firearms due to a felony conviction stemming from a 2017 arrest in Michigan for robbery. Now the Glock was identified as a Model 27 40 cal with a switch. The AK-styled rifle was a Citizen's Armory of Mexico, and 2 Romanian Dracos, a micro and a mini. This would be the Trackhawk identified during this investigation within these townhomes. You can see boarded up windows and doors. You can also see the smashed out window officers broke through to gain entry to the vehicle, in which they were able to recover these firearms. All 4 weapons can be seen here, the Glock with the switch on the floorboard.
I know they weren't just sitting like that when they opened the door.
The AK style,
they asked them to go to jail.
Pistols, rifles,
like that, he ain't going to jail, he going
and all of the broken glass and glass shards from, again, using force to gain entry into the vehicle. And the ATF would be sure to note that all 4 of the aforementioned firearms were cleared by Special Agent Payne. He sounds like a bad motherfucker. Special Agent Payne observed that all 4 firearms had a live round of ammunition in each of their respective chambers, meaning all 4 of these guns were ready to be fired. A black and tan bag would also be discovered containing a box of live ammunition. So unfortunately, you can blame the anonymous tipster, the confidential source, for notifying them of him having guns, but at the same time, all you have to do is look at how many music videos and pictures and posts he himself made with weapons. Now, his group, his gang, is known for gun violence in that area. One of their members was allegedly killed, and it put them on a high alert, them meaning the ATF, the feds, the police department, because they knew that there's either going to be a revenge shooting or they're just arming up waiting for the next attack. But they decided to swoop in before anything could happen. And this is an overwhelming amount of evidence. Now, SleazyWorld Go would do one of the most ballsiest things you can do when charged by the feds, and that is take it to trial. His verdict would be posted on the...
Bro, you stupid, son. Bro, you gonna take it to trial knowing good and well them your guns, knowing good and well you just got caught 4K red-handed. Dumb.
13.
All it takes is one. That's all it takes. One count. That's all it takes for them to be right one time, gang. It's over with. You a felon. That's all
and
it
it would
takes.
state on count 1, possession of a machine gun, he would be found not guilty.
Okay,
on
so
count 2, felon in possession of a firearm, he would be found guilty. For question 3, if you find the defendant Joseph Isaac guilty on count 2, check each firearm that you unanimously find that the defendant Joseph Isaac possessed. He was not found guilty of possessing the Glock 40 with a switch. He was found guilty of possessing the Micro Draco, but not the Mini Draco. And did the jury unanimously agree to each answer? Yes.
Which means all of the jury
agreed. So this is interesting because a felon in possession under federal law, I believe, is up to 10 years, right? On average, the pleas can be anywhere from 3 to 5. You plea out, you get 3 to 5 years. He took it to trial. He beat the switch, the possession of a machine gun. He beat one of the other firearms and was convicted of only one. But now what's going to happen is he can be sentenced from anywhere probation all the way up to 10 years in federal prison. And in my opinion, based on his robbery conviction, on his history already, I feel he'll land anywhere between 5 to 7 years in federal prison. And with this type of offense and that type of history, it is more than likely he is going to go to a United States penitentiary. The deadliest, most structured facilities you can hit in federal prison. The USPs are the real penitentiary.
Horrible
race politics, gang politics, no fighting, all knives. And unfortunately, this is the consequence of doing things such as posting yourself with guns as a convicted felon. But hey, let me know y'all's thoughts and comments.
Yep, that man up out of here, and we're gonna see y'all boys in the next video.